With the creamy decadence of double cream bliss from Clover, yogurt has never been so irresistible.
Made with love by Clover.
Yes, you heard it, of course. Today is, in fact, it's International Women's Day, and we've been celebrating with a number of incredible women as promised. And in studio this morning is one of our very own incredibly, remarkably insightful women. Her name is Zoe Brown, and she is showing us how to whip up a favorite. It's an indulgent and decadent breakfast dish. It's a Clover Bliss Flapjack, and it's made with bacon and maple syrup. And am I ready for this, Zoe Brown?
Listen, this is my absolute favorite breakfast treat. And I mean, this is where I get my blissful moments, especially over the weekend when I allow myself to indulge a little bit away from the healthy meal plans.
Okay.
So what I'm going to show you now is just how to quickly whip up your own flapjack. So I've got some flour, we're going to add some sugar and a little bit of baking powder. So we've got our dry ingredients on the one side, and then of course our wet ingredients that we'll mix in. So I've got some eggs, I'm going to add some milk.
And that egg is obviously going to bind it all together and keep it from running all over the show.
There we
It's
go.
going to make it flapjackable.
That's right. And then of course our hero ingredient, which is our Clover Bliss double cream yogurt. There we go. And we're going to add a cup of that.
And of course a source of 10 vitamins and minerals. Bring it on, add as much of it in as you can, because of course the double cream yogurt that is from Clover Bliss is a source of 10 vitamins, as mentioned, and it's packed with all the good stuff, and it's a perfect snack solution for those couch moments or for when you're about to indulge in a series or a movie. And of course we are getting straight to it. This will get you into all the fields when it comes to episode 1 of whatever it is that you're going to indulge in. But at the same time, although this is a perfect snack, Zoe, I've got to say that this has got a jam-packed amount of good energy in case we're doing a workout. And you and I are actually going to do something a little bit later on in the show too.
We are going to do a little bit of a workout, and of course I'm just making sure I'm mixing everything properly, because you don't want lumps on your flapjacks.
Please, no.
There we go. And I'm just going to mix our wet ingredients with our dry ingredients. And you know what I love about this recipe? So I normally cheat at home. I do the one where you just buy everything, you just add your liquids. A little box, it makes life easier for you. But of course I just showed you now also how quick and easy it is if you do have flour and baking powder at home to really just mix it up yourself.
I've got to be honest, I'm also a victim of that. I also use the all-made, ready-to-go. But what I'm seeing from this and why I'm paying so much attention is because, of course, you've added that hero ingredient. You've got more vitamins and more minerals in this one. So you've actually like kind of stepped these flapjacks up. If anything, I'm going to jump onto this recipe the next time I'm making my flapjacks.
There we go.
I'm paying attention very, very closely.
Pay attention. So I'm going to use a little bit of butter. We're going to fry it up in butter. Of course, if you have a non-stick pan, I actually just fry it up as is.
Okay, that'll obviously make it a little bit healthier, I'd imagine.
Yes. Okay, we're adding a bit of butter there.
Bring it
and then
on.
you simply just scoop it in. Wait for it to be brown.
If you are making one for me, Zoe, you're going to have to make sure it's extra thick and extra big. I like my pancakes to be the size of a roti.
Oh gosh. No, I keep it small. I keep it small and controlled. There we go. You just put little dollops in. Of course, my pan's really hot right now.
Immediately getting these warm smells coming through there. It smells like the heartiness you get from a home-cooked breakfast. It's divine. How are we doing over there, Zoe?
We're doing good. Okay, the pan's really, really hot, but bear with me. Because I have a feeling when I flip it, it's going to be very brown. But you need to wait for it a bit. So now I feel like it's steaming.
I always have this tip, though, when it comes to flapjacks, and something I've noticed is if you get that mixture correct and if it's nice and flat, you can kind of wait till the bubbles almost appear at the top, and then you know it's definitely ready to turn. Yes. Unless you put your pan on a little bit too hot to begin with, then you might get a little bit of a char. But either way, it's your flapjacks, and I'm here for it.
Okay, as long as you try. Okay, but this is now, obviously, wait for it to be dry.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not black, so I would still eat that, so we don't worry.
Definitely don't do it with such a hot pan, but there we go. And then once it's done, you simply just stack it up. And then I love to really finish mine with some bacon. I'm going to grab this.
Yes.
And if you don't like bacon, you can use fruits. You can use blueberries, raspberries. Also, if you don't want to use too much maple syrup or syrup, just add a little bit of like icing sugar over it, and that also just adds a bit of sweetness. But I do recommend putting the syrup on. It just adds a little bit of moisture to it. But if you do want to, okay, I don't know if you want to try a piece.
How can you just ask me if I want to try a piece after it smells and looks this good? Of course I do. But before I tuck into this, Mzansi, you need to remember that you can stand a chance to win one of 3 VIP experiences with Bliss. Now, all you got to do to enter is simply purchase any of your favorite Clover Bliss Bliss double cream yogurts and dial the number *120*809#, and then you just follow the prompt, and it's as simple as that. Now, there are also movie tickets to be won, so you can go on and enter, and of course, those T's and C's can be found on the clover.co.za website. And if you missed any of the steps to Zoe's decadent recipe, while I tuck into this, here's a quick recipe recap.
Made with love by Clover.